Okay, y'all, so y'all see it's a pretty freaking big pile, but they are pretty small pieces, man. I'm gonna get on the skid steer. I'm gonna spend about 30-45 minutes up here real quick, and I'll get as much video as I can. But yeah, I gotta start working this. I'm gonna take these trees out, man. All these trees right here, they need to come out, but they might be good for me to put the camera on. Now I don't know if you guys can, how good you guys can see that, because it's pretty dark outside when we get in there. But this stuff is really, really fine. I'm gonna really like it, man. Any of y'all got any? And I'm not the best grader in the world, and I don't really know how thick to spread it. But dude, a little hump right here. I had to get it spread out though. And this gravel right here is on top of it. Mix a little bit of gravel with it. The guy told me it wouldn't hurt it none. He said make it go further. But yeah, I like it, man. I like it a lot. And that's not dirt. That's not the ground. It's about 2 inches thick right here. So that's just dirt on top. And what I might do, y'all, is when y'all saw them this morning, right? They were out here working, and they're going to put new asphalt right there. It will be worth it to me when I see that roller, to get them to come up here and roll this for me. I mean, I'll give them some money, man. You know, they're already here. Okay, y'all, good morning. It's sunny out. It's Wednesday morning. Zach just left, and I'm finna get started too. We don't have a whole lot. Well, it kind of screwed me up a little bit. Zach was not supposed to be driving his buddy's car today, but he did, and that's a good thing. But it kind of, I kind of scheduled the schedule around where I would be on that side of town, to drop him off at Sarah's, when I did the scheduling. So that kind of messing me up just a little bit. I mean, it ain't nothing I can't handle or anything, but it's it's not the most efficient way. I mean, we're efficient, but it's not the most efficient, and I want to be what? The most efficient, y'all. Yeah, let me like a little smudge on there. I want y'all to be able to see my damn mug. So today is not going to be a heavy day, but it's still $550, something like that. But a couple things I got going on, so I'm going to touch on a video that Shane did yesterday, but I'll do that later on. Let me get woke up. So I got a couple things that have went down since yesterday. So I got a call from a big real estate agent in my general area. She sells a lot of the properties that I've done a lot of big work on. Y'all know where I've had the man lifting the Bobcat on some properties where I was working for a lady and an investment lady, and you know, me and Zach did one down in Griffin where I took a tree trimming off of a house, and I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. What else? So, you know, this is the real estate agent from that lady, and she referred me to the I knew the real estate agent's name because she was in the middle of all the deals that this lady was making from San Diego. And a little more background in some of the other videos. I ain't gonna go into a whole lot of background, but anyway, a local real estate agent, she's a pretty big real estate agent in my general area, and she called me last night, and she's got a property down in Griffin she wants me to do. And you know, all week I have been talking about nurturing relationships, and you never know what a relationship or potential customer or whatever is gonna roll into. I mean, you never know. I would never have known, you know, years ago when I took on, you know, this one commercial customer that I got. I would never have known that they would be a multi-million-dollar company now with, you know, 15 properties, and with me maintaining, you know, a revolving door of properties all the time. So it's really, I'm on the fence now, but about the real estate agent, because in my history with real estate agents, not all the time, but most of the time, they don't like to spend. For some reason, I don't know why, they just don't want to spend. Because, especially in my area, the property values are really high. And even where I live at, man, in my property value of my house has more than doubled since I bought it. It's like 125%. So the houses in my neighborhood that you see, and they're little houses, man. They're starter homes, if you ask me. You know, 1,500 square foot, just small properties. Well, the properties aren't that small, but the houses are, and they're not, you know, they're nothing fancy. But my property value has doubled, actually a little bit more than doubled. The guy across the street, the cop that across the street from me, and it's funny, you know, I got a cop that lives straight here across the street from me, and I got a cop that lives right here across the street from me, and then I got a cop that lives diagonal. I got I got 3 police within a rock's throw of my house that live right here. And this cop over here, he bought the house last year, and he paid twice what I paid. The guy, the cop straight up across the street, he paid more than twice, and then he had some work done over there too. He's probably in that property $350,000, you know, and yeah. And for the property that I have, I came in at, and it's been, you know, 2007 or 8. I know that right after I bought the house, I lost my office job. Yeah, I mean, I had not even been in the house a year. If it wasn't for the office job, I probably would have never even bought this house, because, well,
I wouldn't have been able to have been approved for the loan. And I bought this house right before the market crashed. And so I was like, 8 or 9 months into my house, and bam, I lost my job. And yeah, so I got into this game, I was kind of pushed a little bit to do what I needed to do for me and my family. But that's another story. So the real estate agent, she sells a lot of higher end homes than mine, okay? And she sells a lot of houses and obtains a lot of houses for individuals that don't even live in the state, investment properties. And that's where I come in, because I'm going to try, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to nurture it, but I'm going to try to do business with her. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a hit on the first one because of where it's at. I got to go look at it. I don't know how she pays. I don't know if I can go by her office and pick up a check, or I don't even know where her office is. It's probably in the email that she sent me. So, but you never know. See, a customer like that is dabbling in the investment game, well, they might always have work for you. And if they always have work for you, then you might be able to do the work cheaper, right? You might be able to nurture the relationship. So, and there might be a lot of work in the wintertime too. Anybody, if you can get in with a real estate agent, though, for the most part, they're not going to pay you what a homeowner would pay you, but they may have work when the homeowner doesn't. So, and they may have multitude of properties that they're looking at or investing in, or they got people that are, they basically work for somebody else. They are working for, like that lady out of San Diego.
Okay, guys. So I'm over here at one of my commercials. This is it's an empty property, one of the empty ones I do. Same commercial, same customer that I did the work for yesterday, where they bought the bed and breakfast. So it looks to me like they're fixing to have some trees taken out. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all see the red or the pink things, like they're going to take all these trees out. And that tree, that bundle of trees, I don't know if the company that I work for is gonna have a tree cut service come out here. A lot of times people don't know, your customer may not know what all you can do, right? I don't even know that I've ever done any tree work for them where it requires a lift. But there is not a tree here that they have marked that I can't do. This one right here, I mean, these are nothing. Skid steer man lift, that's all you need for that. Now this one right here may be the most difficult one, but not really. When you got a man lift, that ain't nothing either. That's a cedar tree, and you can see where the power company's been pulling it off the power line. But see, with this property being flat like it is, y'all see, I could bring the man lift right in here and take this tree out, no problem. Am I qualified? I could do it. It's pretty freaking tall though, ain't it? Look how tall it is, dude. I didn't even realize how tall it was. Now, that thing's way up there, ain't it? That might be. Yeah. That one right there might give me some problems, man. That sucker is tall, dude. That's a lot taller than I thought, man. But like that cluster of grub right there would not be, all these right here would not be a problem. That would not be a problem. I could probably do this one. I don't know. Let me back up away from it a little bit. Of course, I could do any of these. And I'm assuming that they got these things on here to mark the ones they want to take out. I could definitely take that tree down. I mean, you could literally, I go up in the man lift to clean it all off where I can see. Yeah, you could pull that tree straight down that way. Where it would, I don't know, let me get my angle right, where it would go right between these two. You probably end up knocking that thing out, man, with it. You're not going to want to go that way for sure. You're going to want to take it right down beside this tree. See that? Right down beside this tree and right down that tree and lay it right down in there. But see, what I would do is I can go up in it and I can notch out the top and then just snatch the top out. But that's a pretty big tree and it's a lot taller than I thought it was. I'm gonna call her and see what their plan is over here, because she doesn't even know that I even can do stuff like that. But I would love to be able to come over here and get all this grub out of here. These trees right here, they're nothing, man. I get them without even a saw. The Bobcat to get them. All that grub. The only thing I would need to man lift on is this one. Is that big one. And dude, it wouldn't be that bad, really. Another thing about here is, and they may be taking this out too. They may be taking this. If they're taking this out too, then that would be a no-brainer. It'll be a pretty big job. But one thing about here is the city will pick everything up. Yeah. I mean, even that big stuff. But that big cedar stuff was, I mean, you could drop that big cedar tree, get it on the ground, and people would come by and pick that stuff up. People like cedar. So this is trash. I'm gonna call her, you know, the district manager, the same lady I deal with on all the other work, and because see, there's some things that I would do over here besides just take the trees down. We'll see if they've already gotten somebody to do it. They may have. But that cedar tree wouldn't be that bad. It's tall, but I get the man lift up, go up it with the man lift, trim all the trash off of it, and then put a rope in it. Just pull it that way. And I've done a lot of tree work in downtown Sonoma before, so the permitting and all, I can get that pretty easy. Yeah. But see, if I have the man lift and the Bobcat and the dump trailer over here, see, I would clean up around all these trees where I'm having problems. I would trim this tree too, because it's just, you know, just there's thousands and thousands of dollars worth of work over here, y'all. I mean, they own that property too, so you clear that fence line. I mean, there's just thousands of dollars worth of work, maybe tens of thousands. So yeah, anyway, I just kind of wanted to show y'all that. I'm gonna call her and see what she's talking about though. So I got a customer complaint down here, and she's about on my last nerve. Well, she makes things really complicated. I'm about over her. I think I'm gonna quit her. She's coming at me sideways, like sideways. And no, Zach needs a Zach needs a Alright, she wants us to do the bushes, man. I'm finna quit her, dude. I'm finna drop her, man. Go on, turn around and come back over here, man. So, yeah. I'm gonna quit her, man. I'm tired of her, dude. She's gonna find somebody else, man. The grass didn't need it. See, they're always playing that games at the end of the year. But all summer long, we was over there, you know, yeah. So
paying me, we're gonna do the bushes, and I'm gonna drop her, man. That's it for her. I done reached my limit with her, so I got a severe attitude about it too, man, because she's very difficult to deal with, and yeah. I'll have to get back with y'all, man. Okay, guys. It's been a challenging day. I had to do something I don't normally do. I dropped a customer today. I don't like doing that. She's a pretty good customer. But she just has made it where, she's pretty disrespectful, and I couldn't take it, man. She sent me the nastiest text this morning, saying, that we were supposed to do the bushes, and it's Ray. So the customer this morning, I called her, and she pays in advance, and she pays she'll pay for like 5 cuts in advance, and it's created a lot of complications, because the way my records show, today she was going to have to pay me again. See, and according to her records, that was not true, because she said that she paid me to cut the bushes, but she didn't pay me to cut the bushes. See, and the problem is, she wanted us to cut this bush, not cut that bush, cut that bush, don't cut this bush, that kind of thing. And so I told her, I said, well, and she didn't want me to cut the azaleas, this time of year. I'm like, go. So then this morning I sent Zach over there to do the yard, and I'm thinking that we're, everything's good. So Zach goes over there, and when Zach gets over there, she texts me. It says, I wish you had called me and told me that you guys are coming to do the yard today. There's not very many leaves down. I'd rather you finish the bushes, finish what you started. And I'm like, finish what we started? I said, we cut all the bushes that you said cut, and I ain't even got paid for that. That was not included on the front. But the way she was looking at it, she was saying, well, you're not going to have to. What she wanted to do is this: and since you're not going to have to cut the grass, thinking today you're not going to have to cut the grass, then you can do the bushes instead, and that'll put us even. But it wasn't. It wasn't going to put us even if that was the case, because number one, I charge more to do bushes, and number two, we were even on like the 25th or whatever of September. She paid enough to all the way up to where the first trip in October she was going to have to pay again, and today was the first trip in October. But see, by her paying in advance like that, and then her expectations, it's created a lot of confusion, and she got an attitude with me, and I got an attitude back. And I finished up what I was doing this morning after I looked at those trees I was showing y'all, and Zach was right down the street there at her house. I went on down there after I received a text message from her saying how bad the bushes look and all this and that. And so just to save face, just to damn humor her, I went down there, and it was funny how all the bushes that we had gotten paid to do were done, because she didn't want us to do the azaleas. She didn't want us to basically do anything from from her front porch left-hand side, and we didn't, and she didn't pay me for it. So, we're cutting the grass, and so she said, well, I thought you were going to finish doing the bushes eventually. It's a shame that I got to tell you to do something I've already paid for. And that got me hot, man. That got me hot, man, because I done had a couple issues with her over this paying in advance thing, and how it creates a lot of confusion. I want to do the work, invoice, you pay me. That's how I want to do it. And so after, and she went, I ain't gonna go into everything that she said, but she got kind of nasty in the text message. So when I pulled up over there, Zach was wrapping it up, and I grabbed the hedge trimmers out the truck, the battery powered hedge trimmers, but I'm gonna drop her. You know, that's my thinking the whole time I'm driving down there. I'm dropping this customer. I do a lot of her family stuff too, and she always seems to have a problem with a contractor. So I didn't want her to think, or her to tell her family, but it didn't really matter because they all know me. If she thought I was beating her, I didn't want her to think that. So basically, I was going to drop her, and I did, for the mere fact that she was extremely disrespectful. And but I went on and did what I was supposed to do. You know, I really, if I wasn't doing all her relatives' yards, I probably would have handled things a lot different. But I went on and did the other half of the bushes. Took me and Zach about 25 or 30 minutes. And since we were there, the bushes that Zach did 2 months ago, they needed it again too. So we hit them too. So basically what she got was the yard cut today for free, and all the bushes cut for free. And then I dropped her. So, yeah. You customers ain't gonna come at me stupid. After I've been working in the yard all summer long, and the heat and everything, and then as soon as it starts to die down a little bit and things are real pretty and it's a little bit more friendly for us to work, they want to get an attitude and have us do what they think that they want us to do for the allotted time. And I ain't gonna let a customer do me like that. She's trying to treat me like I'm some kind of high school kid walking up and down the road with a push mower. I don't need you, man. And I'm not bragging about it. I'm just stating the fact that you know, you're going to have customers like that, and you do everything you can to try to appease them, but they can't come at me anyway. I got a disclaimer right here. They can't come at me any kind of way. I'm too old for that stupid shit, man. So she got dropped, and she sent me this after I told her that. And I told her that to her face. I said, well, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the bushes today. Well, you don't owe me nothing. And I don't want the account no more. And that's exactly what I told her to her face. She said, she was taken aback. Because in her eyes, she wasn't being disrespectful. But I got the text, it was extremely disrespectful. And it was just, I knew that once she's already rubbed me all kind of the wrong way in past, and she's been a good customer, y'all. She's paid good. I've done a lot of work for her and everything. But she wants to micromanage everything. And, you know, and then, yeah. I mean, you would think, oh, Ray, she's paying you in advance, man. Ain't no way I'd drop a customer that pays me in advance. I did. Because that paying in advance is not what it's all set up to be. That paying in advance, no, it ain't. It to me, unless it's like a commercial account or something where everything is rigid, paying in advance ain't where it's at, y'all. Be careful, be wary, you know. Right? She pays in advance. Well, screw her, right? Just don't do the work. I mean, she's already paid you. But see, I don't roll like that, man. That ain't how I roll. I don't never want to leave a relationship with a customer like that. Because I don't want her to be able to go to her neighbor and her son-in-law and her sister and whoever, and damn, dude, you're gonna have to pull up, man. I mean, dude, you're blocking a whole alleyway here. I don't want her to be able to do none of that and go to all the people and say, well, he beat me. Because at the end of the day, I ain't got to beat nobody. I don't have to beat you. I make plenty out here without beating anybody. I ain't got to beat nobody. I guess the point I'm trying to make, without being too long, anally too long, is to be wary of these customers when it comes to this time of year, when they try you. And that's what, and it all, that sums it all up right there. She thought that she was going to get me to come over there, do the bushes instead of doing the yard, because she paid in advance. She thinks that she can do me any kind of way and do my and make my time what she wants it to be. Not no, hell to the no.